Hey guys, welcome back to Puff It Louder, and welcome back to Steam Prison where we are with Glissade. Oh god, it's just, everything is horrible. We're literally in the lion's den at this point. We have Sir Burger on one end, we have this creepy Glissade dude on the other end who wants our blood constantly. Everybody in the town hates us because we're wearing a hound's uniform, and the only other person that we have, basically on our side is Sir Enos and Finn, who wants to avoid us. So let's just get right into it. Bravery and recklessness, huh? I sighed, feeling like my entire way of life had just been criticized. It was disempowering. Another person who has something to say to me about Sir Burger. Sir Enos, Finn, Glissade, 3 already. Everyone's so afraid of him. The one I understood least was Sir Enos. Sir Enos had sounded like Sir Burger had his own reasons which we could not comprehend. I can't accept the killing of helpless people. I wondered what the act of killing itself meant to Sir Burger. I don't really want to know. If I knew, I feared I might edge a little closer to him. I didn't want to kill someone for no reason. I resolved to be careful not to end up like him. Good morning. I spent a few days performing my duties for the hounds. My assignment was guarding the ration stations. Oh, that's rough. Several times a week, the hounds handed out rations. Also, that guy was so loud that I flinched, like the voice of the crowd. Most of the denizens of the sanctuary district took them, and there was always a long line. The guarding the station was relatively easy. I didn't have to walk around or really do anything at all. Alas, this day promised to be more difficult. Oh! Why is Sir Burger here? Merely seeing him around made me wary. I wasn't the only one. Everyone at the station was on edge. I didn't know what exactly his job as commander was, but surely he had better things to do. Why can't he just leave? I sighed in a way he wouldn't see and looked at the people queuing up in front of the station. Almost everyone in the sanctuary district took advantage of the rations. There were young and old people in the queue, and both men and women. And I saw someone in the queue that I remembered. Oh no, it's Finn. He glanced at me before looking down and facing the queue again. He looks good. Life in the depths was not easy by any stretch. The people hated the hounds. The night after I joined, one of ours had been injured. There, but for the grace of St. Yoon, I thought, and resolved to be alert. Yes, I have to be on my guard. Finn and I were old friends. I didn't want him to see me in a bad shape. I straightened myself up.
Oh, yeah?
Sir Burger grimaced, having seen something of note.
あの男、どこかで見たことがあるな。
Burger, please! He gestured, using his chin. I followed his gaze and noticed Finn trying to retrieve his ration. Sir Burger laughed heartedly. He cast me a glance.
そうだ、思い出した。
Please. Slowly, he approached the queue, grinning boldly. What? I hurried after him. Sir Burger, what is it? Finn became aware of Sir Burger and stopped. Sir Burger, still grinning, grabbed him by the collar.
そうだ、この情けない顔。貴様のパートナーだな、元下級警察官殿。
Yes, he was. Please release him. Oh, Jesus! Finn was thrown to the ground. The food he had been carrying fell on the ground. Sir Burger!
何を怒っている。望み通り話してやっただろう。
Are you a child? He laughed gleefully and walked up to Finn. His foot stomped down on Finn's hand as he attempted to gather his food.
なあガキ、貴様らが散々ぶち込んできた罪人に紛れて生活するのはどういう気分だ？悲しいもんだな。民に尽くす使命を持つ警察官殿が民を殺すなど情けない。
Please stop!
どうしてやめる？ハウンズへ貴様を送り込んだのはこの男だぞ。この男のせいで貴様は上界から追放され、このゴミために突き落とされたんだ。俺が貴様なら心底恨むかもな。殺しても殺し足りないくらいに。
Don't push your feelings on me, bitch! No, I don't hate him. I still think of him as my partner. If you were a police officer too, then you must have had one as well. Please stop, Sir Burger.
パートナーか。奴を特別に思ったことなど一度だってなかった。まったく忌々しい制度だ。
This is not story time, Burger, please.
仕方ない。貴様に覚悟がないのなら俺が始末するしかない。
No the fuck you ain't!
生きていても虚しいだけだろう。今ここで殺してやろう。
Finn! I reached for my sword, but my eyes met Finn's as he slowly stood up. His glare told me he didn't want me to do anything. I hesitated.
俺は感触にもかかわらず無実で無抵抗の人を殺した。俺には生きる価値などない。だが自分で死ぬ勇気すらない。哀れで情けない男だ。だから嬉しいです。こんな俺を殺していただけるなんて。罪を背負い続けること、
I see what he's
惨めな
doing.
思いをするのももう嫌だ。早く楽にしてください。
He's playing some reverse psychology. He's like, oh, what, you want to kill me? Oh, please kill me. I'd be so happy if you killed me. Burger, ah. Sir Burger spat on the ground and sheathed his sword.
興ざめだ。気が変わった。貴様はまだ生かす。生きて無様な姿を晒し続けろ。
I can't believe that worked. Finn said nothing and left without gathering his food.
気晴らしをしてくる。貴様は持ち場へ戻れ。
Roger. I wanted to run after Finn, but everyone was watching me. I didn't even call out to him. Reluctantly, I did as Sir Burger said. Worst days of our life. Today was a long day. I'd only spent a few hours with Sir Burger, but it had completely worn me out. Vegetable stew, 3 pieces of white bread. Dinner tasted well, which I attributed to my exhaustion. I hope Finn is eating alright. Someone else had made off with Finn's rations. Was he going hungry? I could bring him bread at least. I checked my surroundings and wrapped some of the bread in a handkerchief. I want to talk about today as well. I'll go there later. I pretended to be going out on a night shift and left the headquarters. The sanctuary district at night made for an even worse sight. Starving dogs running along mostly lightless streets. More crimes happen at night than during the day. I have to be careful. I had my hand on my sword hilt, ready to draw it at any moment as I headed to Finn's house. My memories were enough to guide me along the narrow streets. Here I have to turn and then... yes. It's me. Open up. Thank goodness, I found it.
どうしてここへ？
I wanted to give you something. Finn closed the door and looked at me. Here, I was worried you'd be hungry, so I brought you bread. Eat.
そんないいですよ。俺腹は減っていな。
You are. Take the bread. Finn realized he could not refuse and gave me an embarrassed smile.
ありがとうございます。
Sorry, I wish I could have brought you more.
いえ、これで十分です。
You know it isn't. Don't put on an act.
それは我慢をしなければここでは生きていけませんよ。
That was true. There was nothing else I could say. Before I knew what to respond with, Finn had wolfed down the bread. He must have been very hungry. It couldn't have been enough. If Sir Burger hadn't kept him from getting his food, then... I want to talk about what happened at the ration station. Was it true what you told Sir Burger? Do you really want to die?
ああ、まさか。あれは嘘ですよ。適当に言葉を並べただけです。
Okay, that's good at the least. To get what?
はい。彼のような人間は抵抗されることに快感を覚えます。だから無抵抗で鬱陶しいほど従順になれば興味が薄れるんじゃないかとかけてみました。
Betting? So you agree he could have killed you depending on his mood?
そうですね。その時はその時、運がなかったということで。
Finn, you're playing with fire. What am I going to do if you die?
悲しんでくれますか？
Yes! Of course, we're...
元パートナーですよ。もうパートナーではありません。あなたは看守、俺は罪人。もう立場が違いすぎます。
It's not about being partners now. It's about being friends, Finn. God.
たとえあなたが警察官に復帰できても、俺はきっと無理です。罪が晴れたとしても官職にはなれないでしょう。多くの信用を失いましたから。ですから、もうここには来ないでくれませんか？
What?
俺に会おうとしないでください。構わないでください。見かけても声をかけないでください。俺のことを忘れてください。
But why?
俺は罪人ですよ。親密にしていることを知られればハウンズでのあなたの立場は悪くなる。それだけじゃない。俺は勘違いしてしまうんです。期待してしまうんですよ。あなたに愛されているのかもしれないと。
That's so manipulative, you bitch! Oh, this again. He continued to mumble on about whatever it was he was feeling. I refused him before, and yet Finn continued to say he loved me.
違うんでしょ？俺のことは何とも思ってないんでしょ？だったら。
That's not true! I do like you. You're my partner. I treasure you as someone I can trust to have my back. We both feel something for the other, even if it's different. But I don't really understand how your love differs from what I feel.
いいですよ。教えてあげます。
Whoa! 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 Slap him. Slap the shit out of him. I don't care if this is his root. That is not okay. You don't just randomly be like, oh, like, you can't tell the difference. Well, let me smorch you for a moment. Like, no, no, Finn. God. I'm sorry. Oh, God. His face was suddenly very close and his lips touched mine. This, honestly, again, guys, this only works if this is like a fantasy world. If someone says no to you in the first place, only they can be the one to initiate that type of physical relationship. Like, it's so, you can't just, there's consent. Consent. What? He softly nibbled at my closed lips. Ew. His breath on my skin was hot. I couldn't breathe. I had to open my mouth to draw breath and something warm slid inside. Oh! Oh God! This is as bad as Elt Creed! Oh no! Oh, I could hear its wetness as it explored my mouth. Oh! What? Why? Why do I have to read this?
キルス。
Finn put his hands on my cheeks and kissed me again. His tongue slid inside. I tried to pull my tongue away from him, but he cornered it and chuckled. His tongue wound itself around mine. I couldn't extract it. Bite him! I had the irrational fear that he was going to eat me, but at the same time, a strange impulse began to well up inside my body. What? Suddenly, it became easier to breathe as I felt his breath against my ear. Finn's tongue traced my ears down to my neck. Dude! What? What? Dude, not okay. Not okay. Never okay. You need... Oh, God. Oh, God.
俺はね、キルス。ずっとこうしたいと思ってました。指で触れたい。もっと近くで。誰よりも近くで。あなたのすべてを感じたい。
Oh!
あなたを俺で満たしたいと。
Oh my god! Oh my god. I don't know if you guys are like fangirling over this or if you guys are in the same amount of horror that I am in, but okay, first of all, there's a lot to digest here. Number one, most important, you always need consent. You can't just go up to someone after they told you no for the first time and make out with them and expect it to go well. That's the first point. Second point, make you whole? That's like sexist? I don't know. Like, it's just the worst way to say that. If you ever tell someone, I want to make you feel whole again, God, get me out of this CG.
愛を知りたいなら教えてあげます。俺が教えてあげる。
No! No! Finn pecked at my lips and did something to my collar. I regained my composure when I heard cloth sliding off. No! Dude! Stop, Finn! What is your problem? It's one thing to kiss someone, but then to force your tongue into them, and then to kiss them all over the place, and then to start taking off their clothes when you have not received any type of consent. Not okay, Finn. That you have gone from like A tier to like C tier just by doing that alone. That is so bad. Like, I'm not going to throw you all the way down to the bottom. Maybe you just made one like mistake, but honestly, not okay. Like, oh my god, not okay. Finn stopped and smiled uncomfortably at me.
どうしてですか？知りたくないんですか？
What is wrong with you? I do, but this isn't right.
そうですよ。その良くないことを俺はずっと考えてました。
Oh god. Finn just... Oh my god.
一緒に働いていた頃からあなたを一人の女性として見ていました。罪と知りながら思うことをやめられなかった。
I think it's very important to talk about what just happened because of how fucked up it was. And I know that I explained it relatively well during my little freak out session. But again, like, I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily learn this that easily. And when someone... Like, when you want to be in a relationship with someone, first of all, make sure that you actually want to be in a relationship with them and make sure that you actually love them for them and not, like, love the idea of being with them, you know? Like, it's one thing if you want... Like, it's one thing if Finn wanted Krimu to be happy, and if Krimu decided that she didn't want to be in a relationship with Finn, he should accept that because he loves her and because he wants her to be happy in the end, you know? Like, this is just 100% him being incredibly selfish, and it's not okay. Like, this is the type of behavior that you get reported for, because, like, even as friends, like, you're putting your friend in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, now Krimu's got to sit there and be like, what the fuck just happened? And let's say that she really didn't think that way about him. Now she's going to hate him forever because she's going to be like, he just forced himself upon me, you know? So don't do what Finn just did. That is a mistake. Like, I think Eltcreed actually handled it better than he did.
説得力はありませんけど、この感情も衝動も死ぬまで隠し通すつもりでした。あなたとの関係を壊したくないから。
Okay. Finn. Don't hide them then. We aren't in the Heights anymore. You feel what you feel. I looked at Finn, who was clearly distressed, and continued. I don't know what love is like. I always thought of you as my patrol partner, and I still do. Nothing more.
はい。そうですよね。
But that was just because anything else was outlawed. I never even thought about it. I don't know what to do now, but I'll think about it. You're important to me.
キルス。ありがとうございます。
And again, this is the best case scenario. There is no, oh god, like I don't, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna stop. I'll stop talking about it. I think we should just stop the episode here. I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart. I know that some people are gonna be like, it's just a game, it's not that big of a deal. But I think this is what teaches people that this kind of behavior is okay. And that's what makes me afraid. Like, this behavior is not okay. Don't act like Finn. Krimu, like, when you're dealing with someone like Krimu, there's other ways to go about it than being so forceful and physical. Like, it's okay to be, like, I don't want to say that, but it's kind of more okay to be, like, verbally, like, forward than to be physically forward. Because when you're physically forward, you're, like, literally impeding on their space. When you're verbally forward, you're just saying, like, I really like you, I really want to be in a relationship with you, and you can express yourself, you know? Whatever. Anyways, next episode, let's just freaking hope that Finn doesn't do that again, because that was... that was a lot. And for those of you who really like Finn and who really like this route, like, let me know what you think of his actions in the comments. Do you think that it was warranted? Do you think that he did the right thing? Or, like, do you think that he could have handled it in a different way? Like, I'm always open to discussion on this. I just, like, for me, it was... okay, very invasive. Anyways, yeah, goodbye.